and welcome to episode 11 of the Backs and Podiums podcast. It actually is episode 11, and last time when I labeled my interview as episode 9, that was actually episode 10. But I didn't want to go back and correct it, so we're going to leave it as episode 9, but actually it's episode 10. But yeah, welcome back. I'm sorry it's taken so long to film another episode. In my mind, I've been like, okay, I'm going to film another episode today. I'm going to film another episode today. And then I just never actually got around to doing it. That's my fault. I'm sorry, you guys. But yeah, we're back, better late than never. And it just so happens to be a race weekend. Like, who would have thought? Maybe I planned it so that it'd be this way. Maybe I didn't. But yeah, it's a race weekend. We're in Austin, Texas this weekend. I've heard a lot of y'alls. I've seen a lot of cowboy boots. Heard a lot of country music. That's how you know the race is in Austin. Last year in Texas, we had Daniel Ricciardo riding into the paddock on a horse. This year, we got Lando Norris revealing himself to be a true Swiftie. And talking about Taylor Swift, you know how she's rumored to be dating Travis Kelce? Well, Travis Kelce and his teammate Patrick Mahomes from the Kansas City Chiefs, well, they've invested in Alpine, the F1 team. So we had Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly rocking into the paddock wearing Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce Kansas City Chiefs jerseys. So that was pretty awesome. I love the interconnection. I've seen a lot of TikToks about like the invisible string, which is a song by Taylor Swift, in case you guys don't know, and it being between her and Fernando Alonso, because there was that rumor going around that she was dating Fernando Alonso before the rumor of her dating Travis Kelce came out. We had that going on. I've also got like 2 screens, so if I'm looking this way, just because I'm looking at like what I wanted to talk about. Like, we've also got Ryan Reynolds, I think, who invested in Alpine as well. You know who Ryan Reynolds' wife's best friend is? Taylor Swift. So, yeah. I mean, it's not really like F1, but I'm a Swiftie. I like Taylor Swift music. So I just had to add that in there. But also at the Texas paddock, we have the F1 Academy girls. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last episode, but I'm going to mention it again anyway. Our Formula One teams have decided that they also, I'm going to say, invest in F1 Academy. And they're going to have teams in the F1 Academy. And we've had our first signing. Bianca Bustamante has signed with McLaren. I personally was shocked. Firstly, I'm so happy. But also when I saw the pictures, I think just because she drives for Prema and she's wearing red all the time, I expected her to drive for Ferrari. So when I saw the orange and the McLaren, I was like, that's not sitting right with me, but it's fine. Whatever. I'm so happy for her. I think this is a step in the right direction. And Lewis going out to visit, to see the girls, to talk to them, definitely helps boost the step. It kind of gives an interaction that like F1's actually interested in what's going on in the F1 Academy. And I know Susie Wolf is in charge of the F1 Academy. So I know like her husband Toto, he's in F1. He's team principal for Mercedes. Like she knows Lewis. And this kind of connections, if we keep making it happen, it's going to be so beneficial for building that pathway from F1 Academy to actually having female drivers in F1. And I'm so excited to see this progression. But talking about progressions, I'm going to digress a little bit. PWHL, the Professional Women's Hockey League, We got 6 teams. And I also think that's a step in the right direction. Like, okay, they had 2 different leagues for women's hockey, and I know there was a lot of concern about women not being able to play within the league, even though they had in the PWHL, even though they had like a contract with their team in the league that they were playing for before, and now that it's joined into one, like there weren't going to be enough people. I know that was a problem, but I'm also happy that like we have this one formidable league that can end up looking like the NHL in terms of teams. The NHL started with 6 teams. The PWHL has 6 teams. Now the NHL has 32 teams. Later on, maybe the PWHL can have 32 teams. That's my little side branch story. I'll get more into that after this. But F1 Academy, their last race is in Austin, Texas. Right now, their winner, or their driver with the most points, is Marta Garcia. She drives for Prema. She currently has 235 points. Second place has 187 points. Let me just put that into perspective for you guys. And they've got 1 race left. It's looking pretty good for Marta Garcia, and I am going to. I actually don't really know when the times are for this race. Let me check now. This episode is airing after that, but this race is like right now it's 16 hours. It's Saturday night before the Grand Prix, before the sprint as well. I'm going to try and watch this race, see what happens out of curiosity. But moving on to F1, who's also driving in Austin, Texas. Lando Norris and George Russell are driving their 100th race this weekend. I'm so happy for them. 2019 rookies for Williams and McLaren, and now we have rookies in Williams and McLaren. I'm so happy for them. I'm also a bit bummed that Alex Albon isn't there with them driving his 100th race, especially with the progress that he's had this year, like the insane results. So that's kind of just like, I'm bummed about that, but I'm so happy for George and Lando, especially for Lando after Qatar, and how he thought that he didn't have enough talent because Oscar's already got his first race win. He won in the sprint. Just in case you didn't know that. But Lando hasn't yet, and he's already driving. He's already had 100 Grand Prix, and Oscar's a rookie. But then again, Oscar won F2, and in F2 you do sprints every race, and he won a sprint. I'm not sure about Lando's F2 career, but that's, I think, the one advantage that Oscar had. But hopefully this weekend, Lando's starting second, so he should have a good weekend this weekend. I'm hoping for that. Ferrari, Charles Leclerc, he's on pole position, provisional pole. And I'm shocked that like Max isn't anywhere in the top 3. So like it's Charles, Lando, and then Lewis. But really, not complaining. I think it'd be exciting to see different people starting out on top and just having, Max just being there and then like him just leading the race and then him just winning. Like obviously I know he's gonna end up leading the race at some point, but if we can prolong it by having, I don't know, safety cars, having like him start way at the back, I'll be fine. I'll watch the race. But yeah, Ferrari, I think is starting to look a bit more like Ferrari with that. I want to get my hopes up, but I got my hopes up after Singapore. And that did not work out too well for me. So we'll keep it in the back of my mind that Ferrari's getting back to like being Ferrari. Like, I've got red nails for Ferrari now. Red nails for Ferrari. But yeah, that's my. I don't have anything else to say about F1. Like, I really can't think of anything like that I need to add. I probably had something and I've just forgotten because I didn't write it down. Yeah, we've got F2, which I think haven't driven in a really long time. Like, I've missed hearing about them. I know. Wait, is it? Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. Sorry about that. Waste of my and your time. They've got one last race. Is they've got Yas Island, so the last race of the season. That is where they race as well. I think it's a close. I want to say close title fight because at the like start of the season, Frederick Bestie was really up there. Like he was first, and he was first comfortably. And then I think it was at Zandvoort where everyone in our title fight crashed out. Like either they crashed out, they had like some kind of, they just retired in the race. Like Teo Porcher, Frederick Bestie, Ayumu Wasa, Jack Doohan, Victor Martins, Ollie Behrman. Oh wait, scratch Victor Martins, but Ollie Behrman, 0 points at the feature race because they all had to retire. And I remember watching and I remember being so upset about it. So upset because, you know, this was make or break, especially for that number one spot. But in the end, Teo Porcher is now leading. He has 191 points. Frederick Bestie has 166. Ayumu Uwasa has 152. And Jack Doohan has 138. Victor Martins has 131. And then Ollie Behrman has 130. Oh my gosh. I love how our two like championship fighters from last year, Victor Martins and Ollie Behrman for F3, have snuck their way up into the F2. I'm not going to say title fight because we all know that fight's between Frederick Bestie and Teo Porcher, but they've like gone up there. Like that's kind of impressive. It's amazing. I'm shocked. I've also got nothing more to say in terms of like F2 because they have raced. I feel like I'm missing some kind of announcement that I should say, but I really, really cannot think of anything. So I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to like, spread false information. So moving on, we're going to talk about hockey. I can make a cool connection like they're in Texas. You know what else is it? They're in Austin, Texas. You know what other Texas there is? Dallas, Texas. Who plays in Dallas? The Dallas Stars. Oh my gosh, let's talk about hockey. Yeah, so we've got The NHL season started a week ago. I think is a safe bet to say. Yeah, a week ago. And we have 3 undefeated teams. Okay, 3 of them. We have your last year's Stanley Cup champs, your reigning Stanley Cup champs, the Vegas Golden Knights. You have your last year's Stanley Cup champs, the Colorado Avalanche, and you've got the Boston Bruins. I don't know why I thought Boston lost a game, but you got the Boston Bruins. I'm loving it. I want to know who will be the last undefeated team. Let's see. Let's see who, like, out of those 3 teams, who plays next. Vegas play Chicago tomorrow, so that game would have happened before this episode releases, and so do Boston. Boston play LA. Oh, and the Avs play Carolina. Okay, so, oh wait. I was gonna say, are all 32 teams playing? But there are only 15 games, so there are 2 teams that aren't playing. And I got really excited, but no. On the 24th, oh no, yeah, on the 24th of October, there are 16 games, which means all 32 teams are playing at the same time. I mean, on the same day. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, our 3 undefeated teams, they play not each other, different teams, but they play tomorrow. So that's going to be exciting. One team, by the way, who stuck onto that undefeated team, who beat the Oilers not once but twice, your Vancouver Canucks. I was shocked. Okay, I was shocked. Because I'm pretty sure they lost every preseason game. Like, how can you lose every preseason game, come back, beat the Oilers in your home opener 8-1, and then beat the Oilers again 4-3 at their home game? Pretty sure it was their home opener as well. That's good. But then they go and lose to the Flyers 2-0. I think it was 2-0. Honestly, I don't know. It's like the Devils. Like the Devils, they won their home opener, but they lost their next 2 games against Arizona and some other team that I can't think of right now. But they just beat the Isles. So I'm gonna take it. Jackie's got 2 goals, 2 assists in that game, 4 points. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. And obviously, opening day, we had the much anticipated first game for Connor Bedard. I was trying to think of a way for that, but we had the much anticipated first game for Connor Bedard. He had rookie laps with his teammate Kevin Korchinski. Both of them played at World Juniors together. Really cute. He got fined for not wearing a helmet during warm-ups. Who cares? Whatever. Then he got his first NHL point as well. That same game, played against Sidney Crosby, his childhood hero. Also, I found it hilarious during that game when they put up Sid's stats against Connor's stats. Like, guys, this is his first game. Chillax a little bit. But it's hilarious. In my thoughts, in my head, it was funny. But I feel bad for him because this is his first year. and he's got a lot of attention, which I think brilliant. Like, yeah, there's a hype around him, which is great. But also, I think it's too much pressure. And I've seen a lot of comparisons between him and Jack Hughes, and I can see that because there was a lot of hype around Jack Hughes as well. He didn't perform in his rookie season the way that people thought he would perform. But look at him now. Like, now he is arguably one of the best players on that team and in that division. If I feel like saying something that might backfire on me. But yeah, in that division. So I personally think that it's great. Obviously, like some people, like Austin Matthews, they come out and score 6 goals in their first game. But not everyone can be Austin Matthews. Connor McDavid had a great first game too. So did Sidney Crosby. Like, yes, so many people can have great first games. Some people, they just need time. It's okay because he got his first NHL goal in his second game. So they can do with that. Like, that's still, like, great. Like, it's not something you should look down on. What else happened? We had some more rookies have rookie laps. We had Mackie Samoskevich have a rookie lap. I think he played like 2 games. Then he was benched. Oh, the Panthers were the other team that the Devils lost to because he got benched on that game. And then he got set down. But that's fine. We had Thomas Bordeleau. He scored his first NHL goal as well. Leo Carlson, he made his NHL debut yesterday. Yeah. At home at Honda Center. The Ducks lost, but he scored his first NHL goal. So that's still great. Tristan Lemieux also made his NHL debut. Oh my gosh, that was the word I was missing. What? Pavel Mintyukov made his NHL debut at the home opener for the Ducks. The Ducks new jersey, the plum one. I think at first I was not a fan. Like when I first saw it, I really thought that the logo looked like Starbucks logo, just because of the green. But actually, it's growing on me. Like I love the plum color. It looks great. Like I think they should play with that more often. It looks better than their regular jersey, in my opinion. And then we had Adam Fantilli make his NHL debut on his 19th birthday. I remember I saw the video that like they made for his birthday, with his grandparents, his parents, his like old teammates, and his brother. And if you guys did not cry at that, y'all are lying because I cried like a baby. I had to when I saw like his brother's video, like before they could even play it, I had to stop. I had to mentally prepare myself for it to be sad because I knew it would be sad, and it was really, really sad. And then it got sent to me again, so I watched it again, and I cried again, and it made me miss my sister. But yeah, he got his first NHL point. The Blue Giants just lost their game against the Flames. So, that's not the best of news. But it's okay because they play Minnesota tomorrow. So, they can turn that around. Who else has had like, oh my gosh, yes, the Montreal Canadiens. That was like one thing I had to mention in this. The Montreal Canadiens, what is going on with that team? I swear half of them are injured. Like, okay, Kirby Dach, ACL, MCL injury. Horrible injury. So he's out for the season. Caden Gooley, upper body injury. He's day to day. Most is injured. Okay, there were more people that were injured, or maybe I just saw those two injuries and just thought that there were a lot of people injured. But yeah, that's actually crazy. And if you guys follow the Habs or like are on TikTok, if you guys heard the Habs Fan TV, like the song that they made for Caulfield, like the Caulfield's on fire, your defense is terrified. Yeah, I keep getting that on my For You page, and honestly, it's catchy. Like I could just be doing work and that just starts playing in my head. I don't know why I thought I mentioned that, but like it's cool. I like it. It's a sick song. Like some of the edits I've seen for that song are so good. So good. I love that song. It's a great song. Super catchy. Should be on Spotify. In my opinion. Yeah, what else has happened? The Pens shut out the Capitals for nothing when they played at Capital One Arena. Oh my gosh, yes, the Canes beat the Kings 6-5, and then they went to play the Ducks, who just lost to Vegas 4-1. But the Ducks won 6-3. Like the Anaheim Ducks scored six goals, and the Kings scored 3. I was baffled. But the Canes also have a few injuries now. I remember seeing like Andrei Svechnikov has not played yet. Sebastian Aho. I don't remember what happened with Sebastian Aho. I don't know if it's upper body or lower body injury. And Frederick Anderson, who I'm also not too sure what happened. But the Canes have recalled Pyotr Kochetkov from Chicago Wolves to play. So I know Frederick Anderson's injured, but hey, we got Pyotr Kochetkov. So that's great. What else? I feel like I don't really have much news, like anything that's really like, oh my gosh, did you guys know this? But other than Tyler Seguin, he got he wasn't let in to one of the arenas by security because they didn't know he was they like didn't believe he was a player, so he had to pull out his why am I blanking on it? So he had to pull out his like player profile, I guess. And that was kind of funny. It reminded me of the Avs parade where where policemen let Bo Byram back onto the truck because they didn't think he was a player. And people were like, he's a player on the team. I can't think of anything else. But I just saw this article about brotherly love highlighted on NCAA hockey rosters this season. And I thought, let's share that brotherly love. So let's see. So obviously, we know of some brothers in the NHL. We've got, the Stahl brothers. We've got the Hughes brothers with Jack and Luke playing together. Quinn captaining Vancouver. We've got Matthew Tkachuk and Brady Tkachuk. Brady captaining the Ottawa Senators. But we've got some brotherly love in NCAA, so I feel like you should butcher some of these names. I'm so sorry. We've got Shy Buehlmann and Z Buehlmann for Denver. So Shy is a junior and Z is a freshman. They are both defensemen. Shy was selected by the Detroit Red Wings, and Zeke is draft eligible for 2024. We have our projected first overall pick in 2024, Macklin Celebrini and his brother Aiden Celebrini playing for Boston University. They both played. Did they both play? No. Macklin played for Chicago Steel. His brother Aiden played for Brooks of the Alberta Junior Hockey League. So Macklin's a freshman, Aiden's a freshman, but Aiden was selected by the Vancouver Canucks in the 2023 NHL draft. Oh, they both played at Shattuck St. Mary's. That school really generates hockey players. We have Dylan Duke and Tyler Duke at the University of Michigan. Dylan's a center who was selected by the Tampa Bay Lightning, and Tyler is a defenseman. I think so. He played at Ohio State last year, and he joined Michigan. I'm pretty sure Ohio State and Michigan are rivals, so that's actually kind of funny. I love that. I love a good rivalry. Then we've got another Jack Hughes. Don't be confused. He's at Boston University, and then his brother Riley Hughes is at Ohio State. So Jack Hughes was selected by the Los Angeles Kings in the 2022 NHL draft. And then Riley was selected by the New York Rangers in the 2018 NHL draft. Oh, just so you guys don't get confused, this Jack Hughes is the son of Montreal Canadiens general manager Kent Hughes. Confusion gone. Then we've got Lane Hudson and Quinn Hudson at Boston University. Lane Hudson, he won Hockey East Player of the Year last year. As a freshman, he was selected by the Montreal Canadiens at the 2022 NHL draft. And then his brother Quinn, he's older, and he played for B last year as well. Oh, and apparently there's another brother. They've got another brother called Cole Hudson, who plays for the USA Hockey National Team Development Program. He's also expected to be at BU next season. Then we've got, oh my gosh, there are so many. Okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to, like I said earlier, butcher some names. I apologize. We've got Viti Miettinen and Werner Miettinen for St. Cloud State. So Viti was selected by the Toronto Maple Leafs in 2020. And Werner is a freshman, but he played for Finland in the IIHF 2023 World Junior Championships. We've also got Luke Middlestad and John Middlestad for the University of Minnesota. So Luke was selected by the Montreal Canadiens in the 2023 NHL draft, and they Luke and John are the younger brother of Casey Middlestead, who plays for the Buffalo Sabres. In case you guys were like, whoa, that last name sounds so fucking familiar. No, you don't. Then we have Bradley Nadeau and Josh Nadeau for the University of Maine. They both played for the British Columbia Hockey League. And they both attended. So Bradley was selected by the Carolina Hurricanes in the 2023 NHL draft. And they both attended Hurricanes development camp over the summer. We have, Logan Piatila, and Chase Piatila at Michigan Tech. So Blake is a goalie. Logan is Blake's twin. Then Chase is a freshman. Nice. Then we have a last set of brotherly love in the NCAA. Ben Wilson, who's at the University of Maine, and Nick Wilson, who's at Providence. What else there is to know? There's actually nothing that I can think of. Maybe if something happens between the time that I recorded this and the episode is supposed to go live and I have time to film it, I will. Otherwise, thank you for listening to this episode of the Pucks and Ponions podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and stay tuned. I'm not going to stay till next week because I don't really know when I'm going to upload this next podcast episode, but stay tuned until I upload the next episode. Thanks. Bye-bye.